YouTube and welcome to our weekly garden tour. Let's go. Alright, so I pulled out those 2-year fruiting raspberry canes finally from my garden bed, very patch area, and I put some in pots here. I still need to stake them up because they're falling all over the place. These are coming along really nicely. So we've got the peas, and we've got radishes, we've got turnips, now these are still under the cover that comes and folds down up and over the balcony and down there every night as we're still getting frosts here in Canberra. We've got the grape. Can't see any signs of it bursting into life just yet. Got the vertical garden. We've got some signs of new things up there. I was a bit ruthless and I pulled out some of the gone to seed bok choy. I just left some for seed and flowers for the bees. So I pulled out some of this old soil and so pulled this one out, dug this one out, and then put back brand new potting mix. And then I added some of the seeds that I was gifted for my birthday. So I've got some lettuce, I've got some salad leaves, I've got amaranth, I've got a few other bits and pieces. I can't remember what they actually were. And I popped them in there and hopefully I'll be having salad greens soon. So we've got some lettuce, that's strawberry, and here's this garden bed. Pardon me. So I dug out quite a lot when I pulled out those raspberry canes, and I added potting mix, I added mushroom compost, and I added chicken manure. Sorry, gotta clear my throat there. And then I sort of tilled it, I guess is the word, dug it through, and then gave it a good water in after I popped in some of my new raspberries. So some of these I'm not sure if they're alive or not, as I bought them as bare roots. This one obviously is. This one's just starting, which is lovely. You can see the green there. And so I put 9 in, and hopefully all 9 will take, otherwise I still have some in pots ready to switch them out if need be. I also gave a little bit of the chicken manure and the mushroom compost at the base of some of the established vines, berry vines, and a little bit around those purple peas. Lots of good growth here, as you can see. Got that beautiful purple colour, and I can't wait to see the pods on those. Silverberry has lovely new growth, and some of my potted trees have put on new growth. This one is an almond, and it's putting on lovely new growth, as you can see, which is fantastic. Alright, So next I'll show you inside the greenhouse. Lots of things burst to life in here at the moment. So we have our tomatoes. These ones are our gross Liz. They're looking really healthy, loving the sun, which is wonderful. Table grapes have put on new growth, which is wonderful. The silverberry has put on new growth. I also, when I was digging up the raspberries, found a lot of new silverberry and other plants raspberries, and I've dug them up as well. So this one is snow peas, next wave of snow peas. I've put it in a hanging pot so I can keep it out of the direct sun. Lots more strawberry and pineberry flowers. You can hear my son, he's just come home from school, very happy to be jumping and laughing with his iPad. So I haven't seen any fruit set on the pineberry yet. There's more flowers, more growth. Also the muskberry or bubbleberry is looking really good. I have bought a few more different strawberry varieties and they're doing really well. Got lots of things in the way here. Let me step over some of those pots. So I've planted out some white salt alpine strawberries. As you can see, the seeds are really tiny. So with those, the seeds are so tiny that I don't want to stop their growth by covering them up. So I just sprinkle them on top, keep it moist, keep it warm, and basically hope for the best. So no flowers yet. I'm so excited for when I finally see a flower on these. Can't wait. So nothing yet in the custard apple. This one, I think last week it had one melon, still does. I think this one's a little bit confused. So I pop him down, cover him up. Hopefully that one grows, because that's my cicada melon and I'm really excited to see how that goes. I've never grown that before. There's another one, and I think there's only 2, maybe 3 so far in that. Is that another one? No, maybe. No, that's okay. Nothing really yet in the glass gem ornamental corn. A couple of little moneymaker tomatoes, not really a lot of growth there, but lots are starting to pop up. Spaghetti squash is coming along, as you can see. Various stages of growth and development. Rosella, don't think there's much. Not sure what that is. No, not much there. More strawberries, silverberries, strawberries. More seeds that haven't sprouted yet, but that's okay. Only relatively new. More there. Mojito mint going strong. Turn around. So cherry tomatoes going well. More strawberries in pots. Those cucumbers haven't come up. Corn's still waiting. I don't think my little pawpaw trees are going to make it, unfortunately. My daughter keeps pulling all the leaves off repeatedly. That tomato, that little volunteer tomato is going strong. More cherry tomatoes. You can hear my son. It's wonderful when your kids are making happy sounds and having a great old time. So these are Lebanese cucumbers. I do have some. So they're looking alright. They might need a bit more sun and potting up individually. Here's another one of my little raspberries that I got out of the garden when I was removing the other raspberry vines. Some pumpkins. Nursing that parsley back to health. Lettuce that we've been using. Purple artichokes have been started. Lots more strawberry plants. My little macadamia, it's a little bit brown, but it hasn't gotten any worse, so fingers crossed it recovers now that it's starting to warm up. Some lavenders. There's that Manning Valley white corn, the other tray. Peas are looking amazing. Those ones, they're the Oregon snow peas. Some beans we're starting. More Manning Valley white corn. More lavenders. Baby corn. Barrage. Lavender. We love lavender, as you can tell. These are starting to put on some new flowers and look a bit better. This is what happened from the condensation up on the top of the greenhouse, coming down and hitting their petals. They don't love that. And more parsley. A few more trays. I've newly planted over the past couple of days. So we're starting some lemons from scratch. Some squash, some ironbark and triangle pumpkins, 2 trays of sunflowers, more pumpkins. So we've got a couple of pots of lamb's ear, and some passion fruit and some ferns. Whoops, dropped that iPad there for a second, sorry about that. And then we've got golden nugget and Lakota pumpkins, and they're starting to come up. So that's all that's in this greenhouse at the moment. Sorry for dropping the iPad. Still doing the camera work on my own at the moment. Over here just getting some sun. I've got some of the pumpkins. Some of them are honestly not surviving, but others are doing alright. It must just be way too cold for them. And like I said in the early garden tours, these are ones that the seeds just started to go moldy, and we just thought we'd try and give them a shot by planting them instead of just throwing them out or composting them, just to see how they go. These ones are golden nuggets, so they're actually looking really healthy. And we've got some sunflowers looking really, really good, really healthy. Can't wait for those. And then I'm using my children's trampoline as something to hold all my seedlings in the daytime to come out of the greenhouse, because the sun's just been so lovely today and the other day, yesterday. So to give them some direct sun, I've grabbed some sweetie cherry tomatoes. I can't wait for those. And my flowers have actually started. to germinate, which is so exciting. I have never really had much success with flowers before. So I've just got a handful of those that have germinated, which is fantastic. I think that's the gazanias. They're one of my favourites. So yay for those. I'll have some flowers soon. These ones are the zucchini, doing really, really well. They just got to the stage where they basically outgrew their tray they were all planted in and needed the next size pot up. Also refreshed their soil to brand new potting mix and gave them a drink. These ones, this is an update on my potluck from my dad and his wife, so they're looking really nice. I still have no idea what they could be. If anyone has any idea, let me know. But it's only just starting to get their first true leaf. Alright. Plum trees started to bloom, which is absolutely beautiful. I love the flowers. It's so nice to see in this winter garden everything's starting to wake up. We've added a new greenhouse directly over a garden bed. So this is my husband's experiment. He's popping some pumpkins in here and seeing if he can get them to grow. Alrighty, so we've popped some pumpkins of the ones that we were trying to rescue into the ground, and hopefully they will do alright. So nothing else planted in here thus far. But it will soon be full of things if this little experiment does well. We'll have a look at that garden bed in a second. Let's have a quick look in here in this greenhouse. So this is my greenhouse, basically full of my peas. This one is sweet basil. Nothing there yet, but that's okay. This one I'm so impressed, it got dropped by my daughter, and it had, what's this? Some cucumbers, big alpha cucumbers, and I think they're actually growing, which is shocking to me because I thought for sure that they weren't going to survive. I've got some snow peas, the Yakimo giant climbing snow pea. I'm really fascinated to see what colour the pods is. I think the flowers are purple. I'm not sure, but the colour on the stem suggests there might be some colour in the pods. There's a green feast peas. More green feast peas. Some strawberries from runners. They're waking up. We've got more and more pots of strawberries. I've got to find where to put some of these strawberry pots. I've decided this year I'm going to grow them in pots instead of in the ground. So I'm in the process of pulling them all out and putting them into pots. Green peas. Now this is the bushing variety of the Oregon snow pea. The telephone, climbing pea. So be interested to see how tall they actually get. And more Yakimo giants, more Oregon bush, some here in the planter, the dandelion, my daughter's dandelion, more snow peas, these healthy snow peas, and these healthy snow peas. That's that greenhouse done. I think I missed this one last week, but